But you know, we've been kind of branching out a little bit. I know Grisk has been picking up the character for some of the recent tournaments. holosparxz as well, showing up here in our top 16 qualifiers as we get into it.
Absolutely. Of course, the flip count does begin here with Dragalia, patented styling here, but holosparxz has a bit of work to do. I mean, yeah, we do see a decline in the Nier appearances here because of that resource in death stacks, right? Now that it can be an extended period of time, as before, like, you could kind of refund pretty quickly when you whittle down the death stack, but now it's all the more threatening as you go down in the count.
Yeah, with the less stocks you have when death gets unsummoned, the longer time it takes. And since holosparxz had 2 stacks, that's going to be a hot minute before death is back, even with this 5U connection.
I mean, honestly, going for these 5U interactions does speed up that time a little bit for you here, but BC away, now we just have normals here for Nier. Nice flip, good patience from holosparxz with a strong life lead against Dragalia, but the 2H, no conversion.
Yeah, that life lead was about to go disappear, and with that convert off the Raging Strike, it will. holosparxz unfortunately caught slipping with the Raging Strike. I tried to press a button, I think, but not gonna find it.
Low after the spot dodge here, still remaining plus frames, and a great BC from holosparxz. Gonna own this corner.
Oh yeah, incredible value. They go to the double 5. You know the combo limit hits. Don't get the refund quite there, but still. Death is back. 50 meter on deck. Another BP spent.
That is unfortunate. We wanted to go for the side swap, Brave counter again, just to maintain that corner position, but Nier unfortunately did not hit the 180 quite yet, and Dragalia will take advantage of it with a substantial lead. No Brave points on the side of holosparxz, but you do have a parry on deck here with this SSBA. Let's go.
Let's spend the 50 instead on the death reverse to take Dragalia back into the corner. The JU connects, but a Brave counter off puts holosparxz in a nigh unsalvageable situation.
Yeah, literally, like, you saw the stare down from Dragalia. They're not willing to move, just for good reason. I have a massive life lead. You're a touch away from death. All that you have in your arsenal right now is you summon death, I push away BC, and death is gone. Or you try to put out a parry, but that's only going to connect if I put myself in that situation. So Dragalia, very patient. But a 2H, holosparxz to maintain the west side, and still what a challenge for Dragalia.
And Dragalia getting a little bit too frisky with it. He's going for the transient cross up, gets punished to the maximum by holosparxz.
That can sometimes happen in these matches, right? Where you get a little ahead of yourself. You feel like you have complete control, that there's nothing your opponent can do to stop you, and all it takes is one counter hit 2H to really turn that around.
Oh yeah. Especially like Narmaya players have such a bag of tricks in their arsenal that transient gets quite a lot of hits. It's a pretty high risk tool, but it can be very rewarding with that corner side switch. Fortunately, if it doesn't work, it's not too great for you.
Hey, we got to throw out of this situation here. 1 stock left. We want to try to save it for Super here if we can. Doesn't work out though. Try to get the ult to try to pull things back and stop the approach from Dragalia there. Nice JH.
Full connection. Dragalia still trying to press the advantage even with this health deficit. Brave counter spent. Another one.
Yeah, got a little too close for that BC. Probably want to get some of the block shenanigans here with the delay. And wow, run up delay from Dragalia here for a counter hit heavy, taking back control. And what's unfortunate is, again, throughout this entire set, holosparxz has been betrayed by the turnaround of Nier. She doesn't turn around in time for a 5H, which would have converted for Super in those final moments there of the last round. And that kind of set the tone for the rest of the round there and let Dragalia get the victory.
Yeah, it is one of the really unfortunate parts about the ping-pong nature of Nier's combos. Sometimes Devs on the other side smacks them over the back of your head. You can't quite get around in time to convert.
Ooh, what a 5L to shut down death right there. Here.
Stage goes wide. Can I get the time switch into the corner?
Yeah, a couple times Dragalia has been trying to reach for that dash H here. A couple sets in those. Looking for extra space and big card expenditure there, but Dragalia will still back with a BC. Follow, you have this massive life lead here. No need to squander it. Just keep trying to chip away. That's what we're going for. But jump in, we get a little overzealous. Not able to convert. That's huge, actually.
That would have been so devastating. This will be as well. Dragalia A pixel of health able to find the clutch close medium.
Of the night. Stepping into the arena against Ladewaybac, 2B's own out here. We'll see how this plays. Because again, we could just have that forward momentum coming from 2B. 5H is going to be a great tool to kind of shut down the mid-screen space against Death. We'll see how Inochi plays it out. Nice 2U to start things out.
Yeah, very nice. Nier able to play that mid-range game in her own right quite well. Things like 2U, 2M especially as well.
Yes. Triple attack off the medium series into heavy after we get the crumple state. We're doing a big send here for Ladewaybac to establish this life lead.
Oh yeah, and we're getting the throw to make it even bigger. The 2L connection. Beautiful stuff from Lade.
Battle 2. Engage.
All right, and interesting. So today's flavor of Ladewaybac, no 5H round start. Traditionally, that is a tell of how the night is going to go for Ladewaybac here. Without that 5H start, we go for that more traditional forward momentum pressure here. Does go for the Raging Chain. Back EX special to extend a little bit further.
Oh, there's those 5Hs you're looking for, establishing that pressure with the Gauntlet follow-up as well. A brave counter whiff out from Inochi, but the damage not too high because no expenditure here.
Ooh, okay, sneaking in with that reversal here. That forward ult special coming out from Inochi, but 13 stocks, just a simple 5L. Lade not going to overcommit quite yet. Good spot dodge on Gauntlet.
The 2H reaching to the heavens. Lade, you got way more than enough meter. Close it out with the SBA. Beautiful. First game on the board.
Well done indeed from Ladewaybac to establish that first game.
Engage.
Doing a fantastic job of playing the 2B spacing game. Even though it's not coming at round start, the 5Hs have just been that crux closing up the mid-range.
I mean, just look there with the air-to-air. We had that JM. It shut down the startup of JU coming from Inochi. Side swap and look at the threat, the float. And you have to be careful. He's come down. Nice medium series, but doesn't follow through.
Gets back thrown into the corner for his troubles and mashing out on Inochi, saying, I don't respect your pressure. You gotta earn it. Gauntlet doesn't quite get the clean hit, so no plus frame is there, and Inochi able to fight her way out.
That's great recognition from Inochi right there. Being able to take her turn back. Good step away. Gauntlet. Nice crash out here with the medium. Does get the crumple state to extend our ground combo a little bit further. Lade taking that first round in game number 2.
Battle 2.
Showing us exactly what you were talking about, Zero. Playing a little bit of that more forward-leaning game plan. Pressing his advantages no matter where he can get them.
Jeez. And a close range on the heavy. Good roll. Nice little threat. Let's get the 2M, but nothing further after.
5M series connects. He's got the 50. We'll spend it for that full corner carry. A whole lot of skill and meter expended, but still got great pressure after this. Death is still down. Inochi still has to hold this.
You see the deep run up here, and it kept Inochi at bay for a moment. Had to take a step back because of Lade's offense here. His turn does go for flurry. AU pressure. Overhead on the triple attack, and that's about as much as Inochi's going to get. We were trying to buy some time to get Death back on our side here, and it's not going to come back in time. Ladeway here, this could be Iago. Took 10th at Paragon line just yesterday, so I do believe that is probably Iago.
Well, adding to the list of Iago monikers, the copy pasta just grows by the day.
You know, I miss when they had the name history on Star TJ. I thought they did. I was trying to figure it out. It turns out they might not have that anymore. Either way, Yozamitsu up against Seika. I might be looking at the wrong place. I thought for sure they had it.
Seika's looking in the wrong place as well with these reversal options. Trying to go for a U Rhapsody right off the rip, and Yoza's already reading him.
It wouldn't be a TNS without the onslaught of Narmaya players putting in the work. How'd you know? How did you know? And first off, that was ult beam from Seika, point blank. I don't know if that's what we wanted either.
That's a little slow. I think I'll be tossing you over the shoulder. Sorry, you can try again next round, Seika.
Likely wanted the parry special here, but Not going to get that back special whatsoever. Go. Got the thrust.
Doesn't quite get the finish. No cash out with the SBA or the U skills for the mix. This time, though, again, we miss it.
Don't let this bite you, honestly. Goes for the side swap. That's not the 5U that you want right there, Yozamitsu. You got a little mixed up in the interaction there. That was a big open opportunity there for Yozamitsu. Just dropped it.
Yeah, these are some super uncharacteristic drops from Seika. Ever since, picking up that Zeta in earnest, he's been one of the most consistent players at doing some of these optimal routes that I've seen. It's kind of strange to see him bumbling like this, and Yoza convincingly taking that game.
Absolutely calling out the back special again from Seika here to secure a victory. One game up for this top 8 qualifier.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Seika looking a bit unsteady, it feels like, in this game. A lot of the advantages that he's been able to accrue have just been kind of fallen by the wayside, and Yoza's been granted so many opportunities to try and run it back.
Absolutely. We'll see if that continues the pace here. Seika getting some stray hits. Good little spot dodge. Ooh, and another one back, but there was no challenge there. Not in time, at least.
He was able to get off scot-free with that one. Still stuck in the corner, though. The R-Vest. This time, are we going to get the cash out? Yeah, there we go. Drop him down with the spear. Get the mix. Where are we going? Empty jump throw.
There's the thrust. More stagger pressure, though. Trying to run up on 2L. And this is such a threatening position here. Nice back throw. You have to be cautious because that back special is still a threat. BC away. Yozamitsu going to get called out in a quick flurry to finish the job. Nice 5U finish here coming from Seika.
Zero, I can't lie to you. I saw Seika's life flash before my eyes when they spot dodged on an empty transient.
Yeah.
I thought, oh no, SSBA locked and loaded for Yoza, it could be over. But Seika able to clutch that one out and fight back a little bit in this round. Getting a lot of counter hits in a row and forcing Yoza into the corner.
It looked like we put out a 2L and just didn't connect on top of the ult beam here. A little bit of a dropout after the combo limit. Whip throw, there's your punish. Seika can finish the job.
Still a couple of things to work out. That laser not quite connecting there at the end. That would have been very advantageous for Seika. But we are seeing the game plan come together so much more cleanly than it was in game 1.
Must be those early tournament jitters that we're still getting through, despite being at the second wave of our bracket here tonight, going into top 16 qualifiers. There's our thrust. Going to the skies with no anti-air. It's a good way to snipe. Jeez, a little bit too active on wake up there. Yozamitsu just smothering the startup here against Seika.
Getting the refund. We're going to sit Seika down. Are we going to go for a Rhapsody? No. After that first one, they've been baited quite well. Yoza getting the punish on this one as well. Get another refund, another knockdown. Guess for your life, Seika.
Combo limit. They try to sneak in a throw. See, with no life on the field, you may as well just keep pressing. You're looking for that final touch. Even I fall victim to that. I'm like, you know what? A throw could be enough. Maybe if I go for a 5U here, it's enough. But even the opponent's looking for that.
Yoza was looking for a throw attempt from Seika there at the end as well. That H flip connecting with the lane dash as well, calling out Seika on the MP jump out the Rhapsody follow-up.
He just lands a little bit early. Good ult DP to get out, and I can't believe it's same side. Seika probably thought it was going to be a side swap on the crescent slash there.
I can't blame Seika in the slightest. I thought it was a cross-up too.
That's why we have guard button, just to be sure.
You can be sure this damage is coming out from Yoza. Nickel and diming Seika for everything he's got. That instant air dive kick, though, going to take a lot in return. We have enough to kill.
Chase down. Walk up, alt DP. That's how you feel, Yozamitsu?
Nier.
Oh boy. Well, Wacky Pie stepping up against Dragalia here.
Even victory. Battle 1.
Wacky Pie on the Nier. That very well could be. Oh, that's the same sponsor as Iago? Yeah, okay. I think the case is closed. I have seen Iago's Nier in the past, and it has gotten some considerable results for itself.
Yeah, you know, this most recent transition for Iago, I'm surprised we try to lean off of Ferry, but I guess now is the time, right? We're leading into a brand new Arc World Tour season. So now's the time to really try it out before we get into Evo Japan. Just really start that ball rolling. Evo Japan and then Combo Breaker, right, being the first couple stops here.
Both of those back to back. For people that are, you know, on the path of the tour, that is a massive doubleheader as well. And CEO coming soon, speaking of majors.
Training Mode Network with the raid. Thank you so very much. I believe a bracket just ended for you, so thank you for bringing your community over here to watch some good old Granblue.
In our top 8 qualifiers, we got Wacky Pie, aka Iago Greats, and Dragalia fighting for a spot in that winner's side of top 8. We've already got one Narmaya up there. Can we make it 2?
You know, it's TNS. Anything's possible. Yeah, I would be surprised if we didn't get more than one Narmaya at TNS top 8s here. And we do have a finish with Dragalia up a game against Wacky.
But
I wonder...
Go ahead.
I wonder if it's just we've lost faith in Ferry, which is surprising because, you know, BEPaw did qualify at LCQ, but still qualify with Ferry. You know, so do we lose faith in this character already?
Surely not. We're back to character select. We're swapping back to it. And there's honestly, I feel like there's a chance that Iago's like, man, I have entered so many tournaments on Ferry. I have played so many matches with this character. I want to change of pace for like a month.
Oh, sure. I can completely understand that. God, the slide? Yo, you were almost struck out for that one here. That's a photo finish if I ever saw one for Dash M.
Tried to slide on in with the transient as well. Wacky Pie a little bit too aware for that one. Oh, get a BP back. You gotta hold this.
Oh, whoa, whoa, no. Whoa. Oh my, no shot. No, how? How did you get brave enough to triple attack through the ball?
Oh,
someone aced their geometry class for sure. Like, that was insane.
It's like when you're playing pinball, right? And you smack it just so it falls right between both of your bumpers. You're like, come on, man. How did I even manage that?
Absurd that you felt like you could press that and you survived. You know what? You're the coolest individual of the night. That's it.
Dragalia might be the best to ever do it.
Oh, wow. Just outside the range. What an alt dog.
Preying on Dragalia's reactions, honestly. Wacky Pie knowing that Dragalia's not going to let a whiff like that go unanswered and immediately says, all right, forget it. You're not punishing me.
Through every single time GG's been set up, we've made that forward press with either transient or just made that quick Rekka slash anyway.
UGG coming out. This time the option is U Crescent Moon, but Wacky Pie has plenty of BP to get Dragalia back out of his face.
Quick, we're close to the gap on these transients here. As we try to maintain our position with these lights, is a big opportunity. Dragalia spending SSBA with no break points on the side of Wacky Pie. This should actually wrap it up. Close? No, got the touch. It was a little iffy there.
Ooh, that final hit not quite doing it. try to press out a little tiny 2L there. Not gonna happen.
Okay, good patience. We'll jump in here. We've only been challenged once with an up dog so far here on those jumps. Jeez.
Cancel over to the 2U. Buys Wacky Pie a whole lot of space. The guard cancel's not close enough. Gets punished as well. Yes, up the ball. Yes, we are. Get that third BP back and apply this pressure.
I can't. Oh my God!
Coming back.
Oh my
DP
God!
through it.
No, I can't. I can't. Dragalia has won the bracket, folks. That's it. It's now you're all trying to figure out who takes second place. This is it.
This is what happens when a Narmaya player is using 100% of their brain. They are operating on another level. Dragalia playing the best around that orb of anyone I've ever seen.
Okay, whoa, what an up dog right there. GG is out. Gotta be careful on the approach. All right, actually, with the hit off the table for a little bit. Rekka series, now you're in chip territory. Too far for the Raging Strike and Chain.
Jumps out of GG, blocks the 6XM on the backside of it. Dragalia, all he needs is one, and the final swipe up off of the H-Rekka connect. Qualifier is here on stream. Yozamitsu and BEPaw.
BEPaw stepping up to the plate here with this Ferry, of course, a different flair. Grandmaster Ferry, nonetheless. It's so true. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
It's working out.
This gauntlet swing for plus pressure in that corner. Yoru still trying to fight their way with a quick run up 2L.
Get the SBA cash out with the low damage on this. We're still alive, but we're in a rough spot.
See way. Oh, tough. That angle was just going to knock you out of the park here with that down special coming from Yoru.
A very, very difficult road to come back in that one. Yoru does not care about GG.
I feel like that's for the betterment of everybody else, right? Honestly, like if you start to not fear GG, that opens up so many possibilities on the setup. But you have to force Ferry to understand that they have to keep you locked down, that they don't get to spend GG for free.
BEPaw taking that lesson for the heart. The ball, it's going backwards. We're out of the woods, but not out of the corner. With this knockdown, we're all gonna get in there GG, and this time you have to guard cancel. You got the lockdown, got the air throw as well.
That's an anime player right there. Max range, doesn't get bothered by the BC. And quick reaction low from BEPaw.
Great stuff. I mean, Ferry is so adept at keeping you out of a range where BC is really effective.
Yeah.
And shipping you out, you think it's your only option to get out, but it's not gonna hit, so you can still get punished on the backside of it.
Jesus, up the mid-screen approach. Good air-to-air with the 5H conversion. And all the better since BEPaw got ever closer to that corner. The spot dodge there. And look at the way that BEPaw is navigating this matchup here. Trying to avoid so many of these shots. Hello? You put out a button and you got challenged. It's unfortunate.
You were in the corner, and now with that confirm, BEPaw still has 100 meter on deck, so we might see a Brave counter into Super coming out soon if this pressure is able to be withstood.
Attack. Here and again, I can't believe it. That's a taste of BEPaw's own medicine outside the range of the BC. First game, going to Yozamitsu.
Believe in victory. Battle one.
Playing wonderfully around BEPaw's Brave counter attempts. He was desperately trying to make something happen with those expenditures. He just couldn't stick.
Another BC away. Quick run up 2L. Triple attack off the light series here.
Oh no, the GG connect and stops at the meter spend. But Yozamitsu able to double jump over top of it. Catch BEPaw slipping with that staggered 2Ls.
Yes.
Battle two. Engage.
Bombs away here, does get another one. Yo, BEPaw has not been able to effectively contest against the down specials coming from 2B here. Has had like one solid call out with the air throw, but beyond that, it's been pretty accurate for Yoru.
That really has been. They've been avoiding so many situations for BEPaw. This one jumped over, but hey, we get something out of you, Hula Hoop.
Wacky in the corner deep, run up a little bit of caution on that too. Doesn't want to get put into a BC situation. Good block and overhead, backs away and still close enough for a full challenge. No jumping out.
While putting around on the board, staying alive for now. Dora Sensei still though 1 away from making this top 8. A lot of backdashes from Yoru, giving up a whole lot of space in the mid-range. These hop skips and jumps from this 2B have been working wonders over the top of BEPaw's Ferry. You got the corner positioning now. The up dog goes wide.
Panic sets in. That's a high skill expenditure here, so Yoru's just working on rebuilding that skill gauge. Side swap? No, just maintains front face and goes back to mid-screen.
Spend that 2-2L that you were talking about, Zero, continuing to work wonders. The second one jumped over, but BEPaw not earning anything except a 5H to the face and a trip to the loser's side of the bracket.
Versus Yozamitsu. Still have codes in the match arena, 20 codes left, so let's get those used up now that we've hit this top 8 portion of the bracket. We greatly appreciate it.
That I see 700 of y'all in there. I want to see a code for each flip done in this set. Good for it.
Already getting the work is Dragalia. Like I said, it seems as though we are fighting for second place in this bracket, the way that Dragalia played the last set. And already with a strong case for this first round here.
Certainly putting up a strong case. The super gonna take Yoza very, very low. Not quite enough to kill, but forcing out that expenditure of the UDP. Gonna chip out point again. No, not quite. Another spend.
Hold on, Dragalia's for the hood? That's crazy. Yozamitsu belongs to no hood.
Okay.
We go for the character, the player names at the top. It says Yozamitsu's no hood, Dragalia's hood.
Counter hit Satsuna on Dragalia's attempted rollout. A whole lot of value out of this combo as well with that refund. Oh no.
This will jump in. Jeez, what a brave 2N there.
Dash out from Dragalia?
You can't stop Dragalia with the crumple state here after the set's done. Full send. You should just get on the cusp of a super. And there it is.
Gonna leave Yoza with 1 BP to his name. Situation pretty dire for both players. Not a whole lot of health, but Yoza has 75 meter if we're gonna spend. No, we're not gonna spend anything. We're gonna press on that 2L.
Good. You had thought you could get fancy with the footwork there. Dragalia gonna get pressed. That's what happens. An individual with no hood to back them up, they'll press.
In broad daylight, they're just trying to steal around from Dragalia. Forget it. I don't need to spend the meter on a UDP. That 2L is all I need.
Out of the corner, strong lead here for Yozamitsu. Jeez, with the delay. Dragalia, big open. Trying to catch up in damage. We'll spend SSBA.
Okay. Again, taking Yoza down, but we still have 1 BP. That 1 BP is crucial, giving Yoza a whole lot of leeway on defense.
See way again. Another. Oh no! Not close enough for the spot dodge to slow things down. Could have done a challenge at that range, but wasn't quite ready. We committed for the spot dodge, and now Raging Strike will finish it up. Dragalia taking the dub.
Believe in victory.
You know, Zero, as much as you hate to see Yoza go down in like first game like that, I gotta say it's the slightest bit cathartic to see a Narmaya player struggling with it as well.
That's what happens when you're from the hood. You're able to overcome your demons.
Dragalia moving a little bit different with the flips. That's the reason he's got the flip counter.
knockdown here with the 2U.
The first one spent the second nice and easy.
You gonna let someone from no hood treat you like that? That's crazy. No drip, no sauce, no hood.
A Narmaya with no brim.
Hurt, right? Yozamitsu owning this corner, about to get that SPA range.
Oh my goodness. The punish? Okay, we got the full confirm. Hooded Narmaya looking a little bit worse for wear. Yozamitsu sending the game on the board for himself.
Right back into it. No breaks.
Engage.
You can't come to my hood and disrespect me this way, says Dragalia.
Dragalia's gotta make it happen. Gotta make it happen for his block here in this last round, but it's gonna be looking tough. Yozamitsu really came alive in that last game.
I mean, Yozamitsu pulled up to Dragalia's hood and said, they don't know you. They ain't never heard of you, dog.
The streets is saying you're washed.
Oh no, jumped into the crescent slash. Maybe thought we could get a throw.
Get much off of that one. Dragalia spinning 2BP already, getting sniped out with the 6-6M. Yoza with a fancy footwork.
Oh my goodness, Raging Chain combo limit connects here. Trying to at least take a round. We're in chip territory, but we're going to send for a full Raging Chain ourselves with no break points on the table. This really hurts transient out inside the 5 out. The swing movement.
He's moving different, Zero. I cannot believe that he came back in that round.
That's how you move with your front of the hood. That's
He
not
simply
good.
knows. He simply knows. He's got the method. He's got to prove it in this last round, though. Brave counter on the Crescent Moon is not where you want to be at, though.
Critical state with the heavy triple attack there. Dropped out a little early. That opens up opportunity for that alt DP to pull through. Yeah, with the close heavy. Raging Chain to connect. We get the job here. Close one. Very close. That could have fallen out entirely at that distance.
Yeah, but you know Yoza's good for it. You know we got the confirms on deck. We're already flipping away from our problems. Dragalia caught reaching.
Seika the heavy pushing right out with Rekka. Nice. Oh my goodness, what a call out. Nice backdash away with the heavy to start.
Into the corner. The spot dodge from Dragalia is so good. He's got the fancy feet, got the moves, got the super on deck as well. And that will be winners finals for Dragalia.
That was the most priest that Eustace against 2B.
Oh yeah, a absolutely perennial top 8 matchup here. Insurgent has been making the rounds. Yoru Sensei as well. Feels like nearly every bracket he enters top 4 minimum guaranteed. And trying to put that placement on the board here already. Yoru Sensei just needs to take this one and we're guaranteed top 3.
Yes, indeed. Got to call my press for the corner here. That's got light series. And already 50% lead. Low on skill gauge, but that's why we keep going back for the combination strikes there, just to build up a little bit more. JM, good air-to-air. Insurgent with little to no escape. The beams coming through. Slow kill not going to connect against Yaru. But we might be able to clean this up. I mean, it's looking a little tight. Combo limit hits.
SBA? Yeah, we blocked those out. All right, Zero. I might be on board with you. Ferry might do even more damage than 2B. We just saw Yoru Sensei spend a whole 100 meters to do like 20%.
I just, you know, there's equality in all characters here, right? And 2B, she may be annoying. She may open you up and keep pressing with her forward advancing triple attack, but she doesn't hurt all that much, right? That's your saving grace.
Got the weirdest style of like the death by 1,000 cuts game plan that I've seen in a fighting game.
I'm a bully. I'll hit you with everything, and I do no damage. Pick up here. Rat race and drawing back for a full walk down against Yoru. Good slow kill.
This time using the U version of it, that is more than enough to bust through the U laser coming out from Yoru Sensei. Oh no. Definitely intended to be a Flamic Thunder.
Stagger pressure. And we do get gunshots here to keep things locked down, but these jump arts coming from Yoru, avoiding every slow kill. You're just Insurgent trying to go for that reversal option to stop the forward advance of Yoru, but we're already in the sky. You've already committed to that option. That leaves you so vulnerable.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Round start slow kill. Even though we keep getting called out, it's A-okay.
Yeah, we're getting the reward off the scatter shot as well. Had that grenade on deck. We'll jump over the U version. That's quite a useful tool in 2B's arsenal. The ability to just say, I don't want to interact with U grenade at all.
Yeah. Just go for the ground bounce after the back EX special. Stagger finally gets a BC out of there. Ooh.
Goes wide, as was the rat race. Stuck in this corner. SBA? Is that this?
Down here, rat race applied. Does get that bonus of plus frames since we blow it up in the face of Yoru Sensei.
Battle 2. Engage.
Beautifully here on the Eustace. Slow kill connects a little bit too far for the unblockable. Gets the shimmy, but no full confirm off. Okay, Yoru Sensei has all of this skill gauge to work with. Even though Insurgent rolls out, still under duress at this corner.
Oh, almost got a unblockable situation there. Could have done like a 2H, I think, after that jump height that we got off the slow kill.
Been a little bit too far away for a lot of those unblockable situations. Press out with the 5H. Insurgent holding it steely, still on defense, not fighting on any of those L's.
Shot.
Zero. These 5 UUs have been putting in work for Insurgent. So SBA, this surely that punishes from downtown. No. SBA connected as well, but didn't get the clean hit. Yoru Sensei turning that round around in a huge way. And with it, got set point here for the 2B representative. One round from putting Insurgent into losers, and that's a hell of a way to start it.
Yep, goes for the back medium to hook, line, and sinker against Insurgent. If you try to zone against 2B, she has a couple options, right? That medium beam and then also the chain to pull through.
Goes straight through it with the DP as well. That's another option. You're in that close range, and Insurgent trying to contest off of that machine gun. It's a little bit minus, but it's not enough for you to get out of the waiting arms of 2B's 5M. Yoru Sensei now. I thought that spacing was so important for Yoru Sensei.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the spacing, especially against a character like Eustace, is going to make that very important here. Spacing also important in this matchup. The matchup as old as time. The zoner versus the grappler. Gabagool, one of the best to try to close out gaps against insurmountable odds. Is probably the best way I could describe it.
Gabagool's been in the hyperbolic time chamber. Been playing some City of the Wolves. I know he's been on T-Zoc in that game. I saw a couple of tweets that he was like, yo, after playing T-Zoc for a little bit, I'm never going to complain about Ladiva again.
No. Yeah, you know, what Ladiva does have comparable commit grabs now, so I think that's pretty cool. She's doing well for herself.
And she got an invincible lariat, reaching about half screen to punish Wacky Pie's extended normals.
Character might be tough to deal with. You've got the roll, you're trying to 2U the classic. You're also dealing with Gabagool, who likes to let things rip sometimes, as do a lot of the Ladiva players. Chat, you got me talking about Lewayne a little bit too much now, all right? Ladiva players are, you know, taking some of those big risks, and sometimes they're calculated. You had that sacrificial health for a little bit there. Trying to work your way down against Wacky Pie, who is keeping great distance, but what a challenge for the 5M.
Taking Wacky Pie all the way to the corner. We're starting at 0. We got the first screwdriver, no taunt, so the next one not going to be buffed. Wacky Pie's guard cancel not going to hit the mark. Get the rest of
I
Wacky
can't.
Pie's ult.
Literally a touch away. That's all that Gabagool needs. If we bide our time and just wait for an ult, we can certainly expect one of those to come back around here. But the fuzzy situation comes back in spades, and we just wake up press.
Gabagool, so confident on it. Just the quick, quick little punch to the face. For how, you know, strong and bulky Ladiva is, her jab feels so small by comparison.
It's, well, that's the commonality of a jab, right? They're supposed to be small. Just a little, Her 5L, it has some reach to it. Certainly not like a 5M reach, but
Certainly not like a reach from any of Ferry's buttons, her 5L especially. Gabagool is just trying to whiff these far mediums, trying to catch something.
Ponder the orb, as they say. Doesn't open anything up. No BC. Gabagool just comfortable to wait for it here. The things come to those who wait. But I don't think Gabagool has time to wait much longer at this round, at this life deficit. Certainly won't. Good finish here from Wacky.
Yeah, you know, they do say good things come to those who wait, but Wacky Pie is the one with all the time in the world. Gabagool was on a clock there. Gabagool trying to play it so slow, so calculated. All he's really getting is chip damage in this corner.
Ooh. Yeah, and too far away for that lariat. Nice triple attack into GG. And Wacky Pie going to set up some distance here once again. It's time for you to guess your way out of the corner. Here's an orb that will continue to chip away. Throws the lariat into the super. Big opportunity for Wacky.
Yeah, can we cash out? Not quite. We're going to have to go for the mix, and the mix is good with it. Perfect for Wacky Pie as we tie it up.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
All in the set here on top 8 Lucius side of things. It's 5L. Cross the line with GG. Jump into us. We hold the block. Fortunately, was able to land before GG activates, because that would have been a nightmare to be air blocking against GG.
Yeah, that is a certain death scenario there. Happy to avoid that one. What we haven't avoided is this situation where you're trapped in the corner. All Wacky Pie really has to do is far medium into light whip. Keep chipping away. Eventually you build enough meter, you send out the orb, it's mix time.
Whoa, but we headbutt our way through it. Has to run forward to avoid that orb. Wanted to get out of the corner. You could just sit there and block it, but then that leaves Wacky Pie an opportunity to just go for another fuzzy scenario. Easy, that could have just been a punish.
It rolls through the 6-6M. We're in there. We got one screwdriver.
Whoa.
The guard crushed too far away. Now you're in the corner. No BP. Very little resources. The lariat connects. close enough.
Yo, and a 2U right after getting struck by a 5L. Gabagool's insane with it.
Battle 2.
Gabagool throwing the Hail Mary, picking it back up for himself. Set point now, despite the odds for Gabagool.
Set up for GG in corner. You know, what's up with these Ladiva players always 2Uing like this?
That's the party starter. They gotta know. They gotta know.
You can't command grab a fireball, unfortunately. The attempt was there, Gabagool. We appreciate it. Good little science experiment.
It looks so inviting, Zero.
It's warm.
That's a dog, right? I like to give dog hugs.
Battle 3.
I think every human being would like to give a dog a hug. But with the dog's on fire, you might want to not do that. You also might be in hell, so think about that one.
Cool, I gotta sit there with the cats. Not quite so much of a cat person. Not giving GG any hugs. Instead, giving them to Ferry as we get the roll in. Dark Pencil puts it straight back out.
Scoop. Nice for quarter again, SPD. Oh my
5U?
God.
The drop. Gabagool had the set in his hands. What a massive drop from Gabagool. We're back in the corner. GG gonna be set sometime soon, surely.
Can't count Gabagool out quite yet, but now things look very dire with this super to keep Gabagool locked in the corner. No BC, the fuzzy connects. We don't have a kill opportunity here, but it's gonna hurt at least a little bit. What a jab challenge! Oh my God! Gabagool closes it out. 2-1 over Wacky by with the bravest 5L you'll ever do.
Claim code, log in with your platform of choice. Takes 30 seconds. That's 25 cents into the pot for absolutely free.
Absolutely. Even direct contributions are greatly appreciated. With a single dollar can go such a long way. We do have tiered prize pools at $300 is top 4, $600 is top 6, and $1,000 in the pot goes to the entirety of top 8. And yeah, with 700 plus watching, we could at the very least get a full top 6 payout at that rate. Lucilius showing up here. Been a little bit, right? Some folks kind of shying away from this character after the most recent nerfs, but Lucilius is still a pretty strong character within his own right. Just not getting to level 5 as quickly as we used to anymore.
Yeah, there's definitely a handful of players who still represent him quite well in tournaments. Players like Diegsternator, Shadow PR, Castile as well, all showing up. ScavengerZ trying to make sure we're not lingering on the fact that Lucilius is here. Ooh. Siegfried, one of the premier characters since this game's release, continuing to show the strength of him.
Absolutely. It's just a minor adjustment on routing here. Kind of akin to what Catalina went through back in the day, right? Like, folks are just dooming Catalina for so long. So she's over, like, she doesn't have her damage routing. And then there were a select few that went into the lab and realized, oh, it's still there. She still hurts. Same can be said here for Siegfried in this iteration. We still have Fitison really showing off the potency of this character. Scavenger's still sticking with Siegfried. It has great normals. It has great damage output. There's no reason to say this character is said and done. You just have to think about your neutral a little bit different.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to do that next round. I didn't even see Diegsternator hit level 5 there until it already happened. He already got the ground bounce off of the Iscariot and sent Scavengers packing in that round.
There's sword toss here. Just trying to build levels. Someone in the YouTube chat asked, why does every character have a sword? Actually, not every character does. Ferry has a whip. Seox has claws. Ladiva uses her own power and will, much like Sora's.
How can you forget the Great Scythe Grinoff as well? Hoisted by Vasaraga.
Although there is an abundance of swords. That's pretty accurate. Oh my goodness, the classic, the SBA.
I always say it. I got my #1 rule about fighting Siegfried. I got a 100-meter.
Believe in victory.
You do not mess with them. You do not test their reactions. Every Siegfried player wants one thing, and it's reaction Schwarzafanga.
Oh, called out the teleport here. No down special coming from Diegsternator here. That was an easy peasy EXDP. 2M, pressure for corner here. Oh, I can't believe that spot dodge.
Wow.
Wasn't caught.
Ever since they increased the active frames on the medium version of Eblis, it catches spot dodges like no other. ScavengerZ timing it beautifully, getting rewarded for it, not quite gonna kill.
2M just outside the range, and unbelievable. The back special to finish the job here. ScavengerZ is on set.
One more round will be one more name taken for ScavengerZ. Already going to the quarter. Counter hit 2H, a huge starter for Siegfried, who've already taken 30% off of Diegsternator's health.
Nice, and we go for the ult. Just the ult orchid will carry us over to the corner, which is a great play from ScavengerZ. Even if I get the cross up in corner, it's no big deal. I can get you to a wall regardless. Ooh. And slow down the recovery of that spot dodge with the ult fireball. That's a great audible there from ScavengerZ. That's a great set. 2-0 victory. Data, that's about it. Some hard drive space, then a little bit of your time. Otherwise, you could still just play anybody outside of the DLC characters.
Which are being rotated in, at least the Season 1 DLC characters every now and then. We've had Lucilius and Vayne, I think, so far.
We've had all of them, actually. We've had Lucilius, we've had Vayne, we did BEPaw for a bit. Versusia actually came out. That was a few weeks ago. So yeah, most of them should be out there.
Yeah, great place to start if you're interested in the game. Or if, you know, if you looking at the characters on the screen, if you're saying, man, Insurgent makes this Eustace character look so cool, give him a try.
The combo limit goes to the rat race, and here it is. The bravery with Gabagool able to jab out. 2H!
We got the Shape of Love on deck. Are we close enough to connect it? Oh, surely after the headbutts. LVP. 0, that killed.
Look at the glasses. How are you going to get up for those glasses? They're so distracting. Spectacular.
I'm not sure that I've seen a link into the 720 input for that super before. That did a catastrophic amount of damage.
Don't lose your brave points, folks. Don't lose your brave points. All right, headbanger moment here. That's with the jam to convert. Easy out for Insurgent. Get a little bit of the cross up. And honestly, this mid screen is going to be fine for Insurgent. Got a little bit of room for the slow kill.
Yeah, we got the rat race confirmed as well. SBA is locked and loaded. We're going to get that last BP back for Insurgent. Take Gabagool to his last.
Jeez, all right, locked in here. Another rat race block. The 2U. Full conversion with a flashbang out. Round of peace in the first game.
This one deciding momentum going into the later half of the set. After round 1, round 2 was quite Insurgent favored. Those sweeps are going a little bit wide, not hitting like they used to for Gabagool.
Chain here. Lift off to set up with yet another rat race. Doesn't go for the explosion. Nice spot dodge on the reversal from Gabagool. Full send. Should be going to SBA here, and we will.
Ladiva health, that's not quite enough. Slow kill spot dodge grenade as well. Not quite on chip out point, but you can only dodge so many grenades before the last one takes its toll.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Oh, yes. Unblockable situation. There you go. And nice call out here on the 2U again. Insurgent playing at that max range. Just far enough away to get that whip punish.
Gabagool, though, sensing Insurgent in his range, the far medium connecting. A Jewel Resort Screwdriver for your troubles, and a mash out from Insurgent, not taking another one.
Oh, nice. Gunshot for corner here. Nice setup with the rat race again. Ooh, no! The spot dodge and still got the neutral jump. What a call out from Insurgent.
You know, that's how, I think that's what a lesson he's taken back from City of the Wolves. A lariat into super, one of T-Zox maneuvers that he can pull out. Something I haven't seen from Gabagool until now.
Aha. So things are starting to cross over, is what you're telling me.
We take the lessons where we can.
Oh, nice run up. Got the thunder shot going. What's up, SBA? Yeah, you may as well spend here. We're still going to survive, right? Right?
Ladiva's a healthy girl, Zero. She can survive it, but she can't survive the grenade. Here you go, ma'am.
This one here, just to shut things down. We'll see how this plays against Narmaya this time around, of course. Lucilius, very different character in terms of pressure, but Siegfried should still be able to give a run for Narmaya's money, but look how relentless ScavengerZ already is at this round start.
Yoza already taken about 40% off of ScavengerZ health bar. The ultimate version of that wreck, unfortunately, is punishable on block, so we get something here for ScavengerZ.
Mid-screen here. Bunch of view grab from Orkin. Doesn't commit.
Even with the lack of commitment, no punish on the roll means Yoza is able to set up this corner situation. The guard cancel doesn't connect because Yoza went just shy with the flip. So smart on this Narmaya.
Battle 2.
Scavenger is going to be on the Siegfried right now. Get that corrected for you in a moment here. Tech. Oh my goodness. You called it out with the EXDP. Jump in here to end the max range. You just go right for the white Orchid here. Or actually just the down special.
Yeah, that H version of Orkin catching Yoza pressing.
Battle 3. Engage.
Jeez, round start back special. The heavy edition wanted that ground bounce on.
Going for it. By connecting, the jump ins from ScavengerZ have been incredibly well placed. Barely a single Setsuna getting by. Surely not a run-up as the wall of fire coming out for Siegfried. We go for the reset. Get around the guard cancel as well. ScavengerZ with the setup and the parry. Are you kidding me?
And you go right back in? Yo, I need a moment to just assess how clipped you got in that corner.
It was for us. Could you take a second for us? But even if you don't need it, I need a second after that.
We drop it out. It looked like a dropout, but continuing to offend with that armor set up, the medium ender off of Orkin just to get the parry, finishing the job. Are you kidding me? Panic starts to set in. We got the ult DP out. ScavengerZ. Massive life lead here in this round. Oh my god.
You know, I'm thinking ScavengerZ saw the JP community tier list, putting Siegfried at about mid-tier and said, I took that personally.
No kidding. Mid at not at least A tier? Come on.
Yeah, come on. Oh, let me show you a thing or two. What y'all know about these setups?
Oh geez, push away from corner here again. That medium. Nice neutral jump away. Not gonna get a punish. We will punish this. The big counter hit edition. Back EX special. Heavy Orkin. Nice install. Try to backdash away from that DP though.
Cancel gets the pressure off. The plus frames keep coming here from Siegfried. The U fireball stuffing out the Setsuna. Another one. ScavengerZ getting insane value out of the ult.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know if the funding's gonna be there. We're gonna find out.
Yeah. But some of those events, you know, like versus fighting over in Europe,
Right.
a whole bunch of events over in Europe that are on the Arc World Tour this year.
Here we go, Dragalia on Versusia because Yoru Sensei still maintaining that 2B. This winner's finals action here.
Yeah, I wonder what the choice here from Dragalia is for, you know, the Versusia in this matchup as opposed to Narmaya. Narmaya's been putting in work, but Versusia clearly not of a slouch of her own either. These confirms looking clean.
Oh no, yeah, that forward special is kind of tricky to snipe things out. Air to air would be nice, or even trying to go for the a deep 2H, but that's even scarier because the JH coming from 2B will be a little difficult to anti-air with the type of 2H that Versusia has. Either way, Dragalia cleans up the route.
I think there's, I want to say it's the light version of Nimbus that goes at the steepest angle. If Dragalia has that 5U install up, light Nimbus might be a pretty good confirm there, because you can get the anti-air, get the jump afterwards, and get a full confirm if you're ready for it.
They install at full screen. Of course, we see a lot of expenditure there on the medium special coming from Yoru. Going to drain away from the skill gauge. And there it is, jump! That's an unblockable situation, but we didn't recognize fast enough here. That dash does have a slower startup, but still close enough spacing to at least get 2M trip guard by that point.
2M from Dragalia. Putting in work as it reaches quite a distance. Oh no, we're reaching for nothing as Yoru Sensei goes over with the 2-2. Well, we got to confirm into super. Not a whole lot of damage. That's 1 BP gone. And Dragalia in SSBA threshold now. We're going to use it. Absolutely.
Quick early spend of this one here, draining those great points away from Yoru, evening the life pool. Okay, deep run into tech, respecting the turn after the back medium from 2B. Buying some time. BC away as we try to chip against Yoru, and Yoru's still trying to close the gap with these lights. What a forward special from Dragalia there.
And that Nimbus coming through. They're talking about its uses as a potential anti-air tool earlier. It's a pretty fast button.
Yes. Jeez, nice teleport there. Still able to tech the throw. Oh, nice pillar there. Caught the second jump. It goes for the EX version, so it tracks a little bit better anyway. Yeah, still relentlessly trying to fight out of that corner. We did get the roll through the medium special. Yoru still finding an opening. On the cusp of a full meter here on the side of Dragalia to try to fight back. No BC spent. Goes for the ult forward. And spot dodge to extend a little bit further.
Yes, didn't to be down with that counter hit close heavy. Gonna link into the SBA as well. The damage racking up in a huge way here on Yoru Sensei.
Oh, what a dash L. Finish the job, and yes, Dragalia will round up.
One more round from taking a 2-0 lead in this set. Here is Dragalia. That Versusia working wonders, but not so much if you're reaching for nothing here on Yoru Sensei's double jump.
Ooh, early dash L, able to shut that down. 5-0 catches the whip on the 5H from Yoru. Not an easy feat. Nice JU.
The guard cancel comes out. All right. The storm weathered for now. Yoru Sensei, though, spent all the skill, got the reward, but that's the last meter bravery point. We still got meter. We got enough. Just barely.
Round apiece.
Battle 3. Engage.
Roll through the first one. Yoru Sensei already spending all that skill right off the rip. He knows, you know, if you spend a little bit of time here neutral, it'll come back just fine.
Yo, heavy sequence there. jeez. Yeah, gonna hold that 5U. Ender after the pillar. Still able to come through, but doesn't follow through after. Could have corner carried a bit there.
Dragalia was expecting to be in close medium range there off the U pillar. Not quite there, but the confirm afterwards is what truly is making the money here for Dragalia.
Ooh. Yep, and see, this is why we sometimes go for that EX pillar coming from Dragalia, so it tracks the opponent a little better. You see that lingering pillar. It does get us whiff punish there.
Looking like some pre 2.0 BP expenditure there for Dragalia. Is it going to pay off? Oh. Absolutely. Yoru Sensei a little bit too reckless with the second half of that parry, putting Dragalia up 2-0 in the set.
It's indeed one more set away from advancing to this grand finals if Dragalia can close it out against Yoru. Apparently 10-minute Versusia, but you know, that's something to be said about Versusia. Like, she can be very easy to pick up in terms of like combo ability, like her consistency. It is like you kind of just make it up and go, and you can route most of her specials. The other catch of it here is trying to play the neutral with Versusia. It does feel weird at first, especially when trying to remember how her dash works out. But she also has great mid-screen buttons there. The 2M we see so much of. Even 5M is a great threat.
And 5L as well, being one of the premier standing light buttons, allowing for a full confirm no matter the range, since it's not a close and far version on it.
Right. All right, so there's a medium pillar, full screen though. Nice warp, still able to tech the throw.
It's like the run-up Nimbus to catch any sort of wiggling from Yoru Sensei. Will they get one more chance to do that here in this round, though, as do or die. The Brave counter spot dodge. The second one connects.
Bombs away. BC away from the gravity well. That's kind of that guard button check. We've seen a lot of that type of mix before. Jeez, yeah, just go for ult pillar. If you're, and that's the other thing of it. If 2B wants to zone, you can slow it down with an ult pillar and just get that punish from full screen.
2B and Versusia having very similar tools there in that exchange, being the U pod bombs and the U pillar from Versusia, offering a generous plus frames, but Versusia is a little bit quicker on the draw.
Got the down special, the grenade here to stop that forward momentum from Yoru. That's what makes this matchup a little tricky for 2B, because she is so linear in her advancement, right? She stays pretty well grounded, tries to run in, and go for the 5H. But if I send out a down special from Versusia, that stops you dead in your tracks. You have to try to roll through it. And at optimal ranges, when you throw out the down special from Versusia, that roll gets punished. But look at the spacing here from Yoru. A 5H, very clean, sitting in the Granblue zone underneath that timer. Makes it tough for Dragalia to fight back out.
Yeah, just as you were talking about optimal ranges for Versusia, Yoru Sensei giving us a display of optimal ranges there for 2B. We're going to see another one here. Gonna run up, little bit across, and then it's 5H time, baby. Right under the timer. This is the money-making zone.
Woo! You got that ult DP to get out, and so does Yoru with the Mirage.
Sending one right back at you. This time the laser clutches out, sniping the H pillar. Going full screen with the gauntlet as well. Dragalia getting a little bit antsy on defense. Wants to close out this 3-0. Air unblockable, no!
A little bit too far. Again, that tricky dash up. Fortunately slid right underneath the punish. Got out of the corner. That's ideal, but we could have gotten that unblockable scenario like you said. Now we are in the corner. This is going to be a huge combo route. If we get super, it's all the better, but we already go for the launcher, so not quite fast enough there.
Do or die for both players. The counter hit laser almost lets it confirm.
No.
Into the super? No way. That's connected. Yoru Sensei too patient to let that one pass.
And that's one of those things, because of the change on BC, you're at -2 now, so Dragalia taking a huge risk to try to rip that SSBA there to close out the round. Doesn't want to give up the turn against Yoru. And because that Yoru gave that moment of pause, they could recognize they could go for that spot dodge there to avoid it.
It was a pretty ambitious maneuver there from Dragalia, but one that doesn't feel too too far out of the realm of possibility for someone who has closed out a set with run-up DP.
No down special here. Good spot dodge on the pillar.
Nice.
Enough time to get the light to convert there.
No safe jump on the Nimbus this time. That Mirage connects. All you really do from your Sensei is back up to full screen with the laser confirmed. Now is when you get to take your turn.
Back installed, no anti-air, just letting the double jump go through. Dragalia ready to put Yoru right back in the corner.
Damage racking up. The corner is huge though. Dragalia has all the meter in the world, but no space to spend it. That 5H wonderfully placed from Yoru Sensei.
Indeed, that threatening range once again here. With it being 2-all in the set right now.
Very, very close to it. Yoru Sensei needs one more round to tie us up. We're doing a good job of getting there. Stuffing out the 5U install attempt and the jump out to boot. Yoru Sensei in the driver's seat now, bringing back the momentum.
Jan? Big swing and a miss.
Again here on the U pillar, catches Yoru Sensei in the air, not able to make anything of it. Yoru Sensei winning every single time. It's all coming up to B as we enter game 5.
That's the one right there. She did it. Escort her off the premises.
Pods. Kill her with lasers.
2-all in the set right now. We're taking a moment at the rematch screen before we get back into it. Do we change back to Narmaya? I would think not. I would think not.
Yeah, sticking with our guns on the Versusia. Oh my goodness. Yoru Sensei, after going down 0-2, is looking like a man reborn.
I'm asking, is Nier a good game? I think it was a fun game. It's a great little action title, pretty lengthy title, depending upon how many endings you want to get. And it leaves you questioning your own humanity at the end of it, by the way. That's not a spoiler, but
Quite recommend. Leah having a good time of his own. He's able to cash out with the SBA. We've seen it a whole lot until now. We're going to see it a couple more times. Yoru Sensei, though, blocking the 6-6M, guard canceling away. And beautiful counterplay from Dragalia.
Battle 2.
not a question you could answer without a lawyer. Oh, that's actually a very accurate response, Deck. Stagger pressure. There's the late tech. Another 2L. Every time these run up lows coming up from Yoru here.
5H is going through this.
That's huge. Because we missed that gauntlet, we're able to snipe right in there with the lariat here, coming for the back special of Dragalia.
Dragalia approaching that 100-meter, now has crossed the threshold. Gonna make this next confirm so damaging. Look at the 6-6L. We're fully in the corner. Not gonna spend it, just gonna go for the 5U and the safe jump, empty jump low. This time, surely we spend.
Oh yeah. I mean, at that life point, you may as well. Let's get the round.
As well as the set. Dragalia, 2 rounds.
We'll go through the entirety of the cycle after the set. Of course, Mondays generally being that Guilty Gear Strive. But here we go. First game in the loser semis. Back to a 1-2 territory. Insurgent up against Gabagool.
Our final 1-2 of the night. We'll see who is going to be facing off against Yoru Sensei in the loser side of things. Can ScavengerZ continue this explosive run that he's had so far? Survey says probably so.
Jeez, we shall see. ScavengerZ already making a strong speed run here. Couple interactions, we're up around. It's the power of Siegfried.
Battle 2.
You know, Zero, when ScavengerZ showed off that whiff 2-1-4U setup in the earlier match,
Yeah.
I didn't think of the implications that now ScavengerZ has presented that they can just do a real meaty 2-4U and get the unblockable.
It's a nightmare scenario. You're always panicking in the corner against a player like ScavengerZ. Look at this. He got pushed out with the BC and still dash L after EX Fireball.
Continuing the pressure here. Okay, we got a punish off of the H follow-up of Orkin, but just a light punish is not much. The DP punish is way more. ScavengerZ has continued a very similar pace in just about each and every one of their matches, which is to say, lightning quick.
The rest of the set tried to, oh my goodness, really went for the forward EX special, and you can see the change there, right, to Siegfried. If you don't get that first hit, he doesn't follow through off the second swing, so that's a big punish opportunity for players. If only it were that way for Gran and Zeta. I'm putting it out there.
Are those gapless now, though? You at least can't get smacked in the middle of it, I don't think, anymore.
That's true, yeah. We got something out of it.
Something's better than nothing, I suppose. Insurgent definitely taking something for it in that first round. Coming out swinging, looking very dominant in a stark reversal of the game one.
Reach that 2M. Not going to connect, and Insurgent, ooh, pushed away. We're down on 2 Brave points, and this is a big opportunity for ScavengerZ with the spot dodge. We should have enough to build meter here eventually. No, let's follow all the way through. Okay, make your party.
Fireballs traded on both sides, and a jump from ScavengerZ getting scouted out by Insurgent. Oh my goodness. A little bit freaky with it. Trying, I think, to see if the H rat race would detonate there, but no dice.
Jeez,
Believe in victory.
excellent answer back from Insurgent here.
The
Kill out there.
explosiveness in both players.
Ooh, so unfortunate because we're trying to get that whip punish off the 5H, yet we recover in time for a 2L. Ooh, slow kill! Does connect!
Oh my goodness, and the scatter shot follow-up as well. Zero, it's looking dark for ScavengerZ. Insurgent gonna build up the 100, but not get the confirm in SBA.
Interesting. I feel like we could have just sent the super there. Whether or not it would have killed is a different story entirely, but you would have stripped that final, or at least one more brave point away. Uh-oh, no shot. Got the spot dodge, close heavy. Insurgent on match point.
One round stands between Insurgent and a rematch against Yoru Sensei, being the second person to really put the screws to ScavengerZ here tonight.
Jeez, 2M caught you running. Just a heavy Orchid to come through. Another fireball, dash M.
Kill giving the unblockable situation there for Insurgent, catching out the jump opportunity from ScavengerZ.
Jeez, alt fireball pushing you away right after the EX back special.
Insurgent got all the confirms every single time. Scattershot with the rat race follow-up, keeping up the plus frames. The frame trap's not getting bid on by ScavengerZ, but the slow kill continues to find the mark, as does the reversal SBA. Straight through the fireball and straight to losers finals for Insurgent.
Played here.
May be here as we get into our losers finals. Back to the first to threes for our top three. We'll see who gets a match with Dragalia and winner's side.
Woo.
Will it be Insurgent on the Eustace or Yoru Sensei firing on the 2B?
You already see at round start, just giving a wide berth to Yoru Sensei here, respecting the zoning, not trying to get into a fireball war, and letting Yoru wear out on that skill gauge. It leaves a massive opening here for Insurgent.
Letting him wear out on the skill gauge and letting him reach for nothing except the 5U punishes Insurgent. Shimmy connecting. DP after the blocked guard cancel. All right, -2, forget it. I know you're going to take your turn.
Back throw here. Let's get the 2L positioning. Good roll, but look at where you're rolling here. In the punish area for Yoru. Able to recover in time. Get the 5L.
The toss up, and with the BP, you're in danger unless you get a beautiful mash out. Not close enough for the cinematic, though, means Yoru Sensei retains all 3 BP.
Whoa! Beautiful shimmy coming from Insurgent there to steal out the round.
Battle 2.
Yoru's been reaching. Yoru has been getting caught by a number of shimmies. The run-up backdash 5UU putting in such great work for Insurgent.
Absolutely. Oh, geez. Does get the parry. Unslammed. There's attack. Being serious here. Bombs away. And we still have that patience coming from Insurgent. Heavy sequence just to finish it out. Staggers with the 2L, no BC quite yet. Nice 2L to interrupt the approach from Insurgent in the roll. There's a challenge, but I can't believe we didn't get the triple attack on that. That was still considered far L.
Yeah, not close enough for it. And that means so much in terms of the state for the rest of this round. If Insurgent had been able to get out of the corner, things might look very different, but instead you're having to deal with a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation on the spot dodge.
Battle 3.
Here we go, tied up rounds for the first game and loses finals. Jeez, the cross under goes punished there with that JH. No escape for the 2B buttons here as they're covering so much of the screen. We steal back a turn with the ult DP. No challenge from Yoru with that 2L.
Oh, the double jump over. Yoru Sensei trying to get a little tricky with it, but Insurgent content to just hold the guard, but not getting caught by the left-right shenanigans.
Screen with plenty of fireball game. Dash L does get jumped over with the JH. Yoru spends it for super right away, stripping a Brave Point from Insurgent.
Brave Point's taken aback. The 20% damage buff in effect, but not gonna come to matter if Insurgent is the one getting the hits. Yoru Sensei forced to spend a BP to regain some of that advantage. The crown is on. The plus frames are coming through. The Insurgent very close to super. We've seen what that SBA can do.
True, the crown setup though, I don't think we get the punish there. Maybe we're expecting a beam situation. Yoru remembering how we got punished before from reversal super coming from Insurgent and still able to come out on top, and that was only our first game.
It is electric here in our losers finals. No pun intended on the Eustace side of things. These players are showing up, fighting tooth and nail, trying to get to that grand finals.
Let's get the tech though, late one at that, so, oh, but the spacing away from the BC. Flashbang out for a full extension.
Wall bounce connects, but you don't get too much off of it. The plus frames, the Granblue zone in full effect. Insurgent can put you in there too, but Yoru Sensei not content to hold it. The DP finds the mark.
Keeping that plus pressure here with that rat race. Slow kill these spot dodges from Yoru as we try to survive away from the chip damage and just close enough with the grenade. That's unfortunate as Insurgent gets caught by these far-reaching normals. Stagger for another rat race, catches the backdash with this ult.
Well connects. Yeah, Insurgent not biting on it, just wants to guard cancel off, and he retained the momentum that way. Pushing back with the chip damage coming out from the Flameck Thunder. The dash up challenge beautifully by Insurgent.
Absolutely quick 2L, able to finish the job. Let's see if we can send it all the way home, though. Up around, slow kill trades the bomb.
Hey, you like these orbs? Can I show you the one I got over here as well?
Full extension here. No rat race set up, but so maintain pressure in that corner. Alt DP. Steal with the offensive, and Mirage still comes through in the clutch here for Yoru.
You can't see Yoru Sensei. All you're getting is that Mirage, that 2-on-4. You put in work. Yoru Sensei maintaining the advantage. The plus frames off the gauntlet. The laser as well. Hold this pressure, Insurgent. You're not getting out. Oh no! My goodness, the head shake, but no spend on the Raging Strike means no kill confirmed for Yoru Sensei. We have to spend one more interaction to do it, and Insurgent has SBA on deck. We've seen the reactions before. We have the confirms off of the rat race to boot, and Insurgent takes us 1-1.
Tying it all up in a scramble at the end here.
Believe in victory. Battle.
And quite often we've seen Insurgent really try to chase down Yoru Sensei in some of these full screen interactions here. Granted, it's tough because you generally want to zone as Eustace, but you can see how threatening 2B can be with some of her skills and specials.
Especially that medium laser that we touched on earlier, coming out near instantly and piercing a number of projectiles, forces Eustace to play a little bit more offensively since his projectiles that also pierce are a bit slower to start up.
Exactly. You saw Insurgent in that corner, very patient, expecting Yoru Sensei with the rat race applied to go for the Mirage. Whip throw will get punished with a wake up SBA.
He's on deck.
Taking advantage of the fact that we spot dodged there to go for another shot from Insurgent. Shane, BC to steal back our turn.
Players
Oh my God,
it.
the roll!
Roll gets through, but you're not out of the woods just yet. Both players no BP. The plus frames racking up the chip damage as well.
It's a jump, and yes, the ult slow kill after backing away here. Very fortunate that we didn't get punished after another shot here once Yoru took to the skies.
That was an immaculate whiff punish from Insurgent. Since Yoru Sensei's hurt box gets extended massively from the 5H, that slow kill being more than generous enough to find the extended hurt box.
Oh, jeez. No whip punish there. Does get the second shot off with the H. Kill pressure, just going for the chip. Off the wall, opportunity arises for Insurgent after we make an expensive spend on these ults. Calls out the Mirage finally, and Insurgent will take the lead 2-1 over Yoru.
2-1 for the Eustace. Insurgent giving us what we were looking for. The game plan looking different. The results speaking for themselves. Insurgent only needs one to fight Dragalia in Grand Finals.
Nice. Got the parry after the H. Still going to maintain the corner here. Watch out for ult DP. That is an option now on the table for Insurgent. BC away. Turns out the ult that you need to worry about was Yoru's.
Oh my God. What? What just happened?
Got the counter hit on the heavy, but slow kill came out and traded. It couldn't have gone better for Insurgent.
Near death scenario there for Insurgent. Yoru Sensei having one of his own and defying it with all odds. The mash out of the corner. Pods, take this man in the next round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Right now, trades on, unfortunate the EX bomb coming from Yoru. Beats out on slow kill here. Also, nice spot dodge from the rat. JM there. Already 50% life lead as Yoru tries to pay back against Insurgent to tie it up 2-all in this Lucius Finals. Jump in, what an interrupt. Could have been a BC, but the 5L was enough to get an interrupt there. Nice. Deep jump in there for Insurgent. Spot dodge on the Raging Strike. Big opportunity, and I don't doubt that Insurgent spends a super right here.
Absolutely. With the 0 VP, 50%, even more that we didn't see is the damage total for Insurgent as he puts himself 1 round from Grand Finals.
Close combat sequence here. Does get the BC away, and Yoru trying to take charge once again. Cross under, but good guard button check there for Insurgent.
Yeah, does very well with it. Sensei able to navigate the projectiles from Insurgent, but the spend of the 50 pushes them away for the time being. But you can never truly keep 2B away. By Nook or by Crook, she'll find her way in and force this pressure on you.
Slow kill connects here. Just a little bit of damage, nothing further. Better positioning. Good spot dodge. Active defense from Insurgent has been on point this round here. I mean, honestly, it's either Insurgent closes it out now or Yoru tying it up here, and this is a great start with the Raging Chain for corner.
Oh my, the slow kill from Insurgent, so well placed, gets the trade.
And this is how conditioned Insurgent is. Every walk up after a knockdown against Yoru with Peter, we just wait and see what happens. Doesn't want to get called out by Mirage. That gives a free wake up opportunity for Yoru. And now we have the walk up, finishing the game 2-all in the set as we go to the final game in Losers Finals.
Game 5 for our Losers Finals. We wouldn't have it any other way. We're going the distance. Both of these players are scrapping. Yoru saying, look, I didn't put up a 3-2 performance in Grands just to drown a third, or in a Winners Finals, just to drown a third.
Goodness, run up, stagger 5L. Goes for that back special here to continue. Sequence does get staggered out. Finally, BC from Insurgent to return to mid-screen. Away.
The grenade gets the confirm off of the backside of it with the Atlantic Thunder. The chip damage racking out. That's huge to him for Yoru Sensei stuffing it out. And the throw bait, are you kidding me?
And combos into the you-know-what super.
Give us the self-destruct, the power-up for the final round, potentially. Yoru Sensei, is this the energy you need to go to Grands?
Gravity well here. Stagger with 5L, not going to open up. Oh, geez, did you try to jump out there? Good shot here, nice. Caught low, able to extend back to the corner. Yoru Sensei with the back throw. Oh,
Over?
No, not a true string there, so able to get the barrage. This is the last possible effort here for Insurgent. Last opportunity, does get wall bounce.
And most of that opportunity, the U grenade not going to come out. Insurgent conserving the meter for an SBA that may not come. Build it up now, so close to it, but the chip damage is racking up. The timer is running out for Insurgent here.
They just cannot take another hit. We have so many resources, but no Brave points to help. Nice 5H.
0, we got it. He got the SSBA on deck, no VP. It's gonna be enough to send us to a final round.
And what a route to achieve that. That 5H was so important. And the timing of it to not hit the combo limit. Great spend. Great awareness on resources. JM is the open for Insurgent here.
Gets the opening. Yoru Sensei, though, chained to get out of the corner. Fight back. Deal with this cross frames. Though, oh my god. The jump ins, the JMs, they've been so well placed. That's 50-meter down the drain for Insurgent.
Couple shots, but the JH still finds the mark as Insurgent tries to do the startup here. Nice roll. Spot dodges from Yoru and avoids the 2H.
Yeah, spot dodges both of them. The DP not quite as well placed though by Yoru Sensei. Getting punished, but not lethally. The next touch, however, as Insurgent reaches 100 meter, could be different.
Oh, no way. No way. No way. Anti-air, but not full animation.
Not close enough for the cinematic. Yoru Sensei stays alive. The guard cancel doesn't bite. The U skill goes wide. Insurgent is able to find the last hit.
Run from Yoru Sensei nonetheless, too. Able to see, of course, the fan service combo and putting Dragalia into a Beatrix?
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, a question mark at the end of that sentence is right. I haven't seen Dragalia's Beatrix before, but it's the pick here against Insurgent.
There you go, Rat Race applied. I could see you going for it here. You have some tools with Ride Free that can challenge Eustace from a good mid screen. That counter conversion's huge for Dragalia here. Oh god. Alt DP out, tries to get a little bit of a cross up. I think Insurgent might still be scared of reversal DPs at this point. Because you see the respect after the cross up there. Maybe we thought that alt DP was going to come through.
Grenade still on.
One more shot. That's all we need. The Rat Race connects. That's all we need.
Battle 2. Engage.
Insurgent taking game one, or excuse me, round one. Oh my goodness. Run up 5U, establishing that Delta clock early for Dragalia.
Nice. Tries to go for that overhead. Nice tech. Oof. Good spot dodge again here. Run up dash. L does connect here. And we have that corner carry once again. Plenty of meter resources. Rat Race to lock you in, or excuse me, Slow Kill to lock you in. Keep them under away. Oh, catches. Let's just opt to set up for another Rat Race. I mean, we're still chipping away. The strong lead here against Dragalia. Oh, no way.
That lead could be gone unless the SDA connects. But even with that, it's not lethal. Dragalia still has Delta clock, and there's always a chance.
This Insurgent closing out the first game over Dragalia. Going right back into it, still committing to the Beatrix, which isn't terrible. We had some good callouts there, but I think once Insurgent got that full screen space, made it all the more difficult for Beatrix to get in.
I wonder how far into this set the Beatrix will stay. It's going to be a permanent fixture if things go south for Dragalia?
I mean, Dragalia committed to Versus here for the whole set against Yoru, so
True.
perhaps and at the very least, we have 2 sets ahead of us here. So even if we commit to Beatrix on this set, we can change to the next one.
Commit to the riding free for now, but because of that slow kill hitting at such a low angle, Eustace able to effectively ignore it and keep Dragalia cornered in the right side of the screen.
Ball into SBA. The Rat Race applied here, and the heavy pull the trigger. Game number 2 is a close victory here for Insurgent. As long as we can keep this momentum going.
Flame Trap been catching people all night. This time it's not gonna go quite the same. Dragalia learning from the previous mistakes.
Riding free, not bad. Stagger with throw though. Big opportunity for Dragalia. Too far for the ride free this time. Nice dash L again.
Oh, the dive kick from Dragalia. That's unfortunate. There's a tragedy in the making right there.
Hey, either way, 2 games up is Insurgent, and I think you might be right. We're back at the character select. Or at least back into the lobby.
Surely it's Narmaya, right?
We go for Susia.
Unless...
You would think Narmaya. Narmaya would be pretty overwhelming, but I could see you trying to fool around with Versusia because then you could contest against Eustace, but no, we're going right back into Beatrix.
Never mind.
Eustace.
We're just, instead of the character select, it's a color change, a vibe check here for Dragalia.
Had to pull out the spring colors here as spring comes to a close.
I think this is the outfit that Have a Nice Day rocks. Trying to invoke a little bit of fear in Insurgent. Like, oh, I've seen this costume in tournament before. I don't like it.
I didn't see Have his name on it.
That's true.
I saw someone else say that's Gamera's color too. So that was my color first. Why don't you all say it's my color? You say it's Gamera. I mean, I don't have a gold Evo stick or anything, but I saw it. You don't know how soon I saw it.
I could have been the first one and you would never know.
That race again, you put actually into Delta Clock territory, but Insurgent with all these resources, it's close and does succeed.
And Insurgent is 1 round away from a swift bracket reset here.
She's trying to get the close heavy triple attack into overhead. Let's get 5U here for a free Delta Clock. The patience from Insurgent as we back away from the EX riding free. Ooh. Jump angle. Nice chase down here, flashbang out, still our turn.
Trying to press his turn though, as Insurgent giving up nearly a half screen worth of real estate, backing away, trying to find some breathing room in the face of Beatrix.
Whoa, the far heavy connects. A little bit of a stop sign there for Beatrix. So close to this corner too. We're not far off from victory. If Dragalia gets a straight hit, it's death.
Both players though, Insurgent has SBA locked and loaded. All he needs is one whiff punish to give us our reset. 3 straight in the first side of things for Insurgent. And fellas, viewers, if you guys have been with us since KOF, treated to 2 bracket resets in back-to-back brackets here on TampaNeverSleeps. We're bringing the heat here this Saturday.
Yes, indeed. As we keep going into this, and Dragalia commits to Beatrix once again. I don't know, Insurgent is giving Dragalia the run for the money here. Spot dodge on Rat Race, or slow kill rather, does apply Rat Race. Them slow, but nice, actually connected with the far heavy.
The top or the riding free confirm. Instead, cuts it short and jumps out, saving that cooldown. And that's going to be important when that Delta Clock comes to play.
Oh, you have to reach on that 5H. How fast is that? It's a 9 frame? Oh my goodness.
It's doing wonders, Zero. As this reversal jab from Insurgent, he is on the money time and time again.
Battle 2. Engage.
So kill. And yeah, those massive hurt boxes coming from Beatrix there leaves ample opportunity for Insurgent to catch out with the whiff punish. Or stagger pressure with the far heavy.
The grenades, 2 double fireballs out from Dragalia. Insurgent not holding any of it. The reversal connects. The rat race goes a little bit wide. Mistimed on that one, but not on the jump.
What's crazy though, after the 3 light attacks there, that third one coming from Dragalia, could have been a EX riding free for corner position. We could have been in a better spot. Right. We're in an okay spot here. No kill opportunity here for Dragalia, but this will hurt if we get connect. It'll also hurt if Insurgent connect. Game victory, 4 games straight against Dragalia in the grand finals.
Back to the lobby for the second time this set. Zero, is this another vibe check? Or are we finally going back to Narmaya?
Finally the Narmaya.
Versus Eustace. Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Here we go. Narmaya back into the playing field here. Brought out the hood. Five-H approach. Nice run up with 2L. Insurgent staying close. What's interesting enough, though, is that we did get quite a lot of DP callouts and some of this pressure from Insurgent when we have Beatrix, and I wonder if we get those callouts here with Narmaya. If we feel more comfortable because of the armor option, but still the same problem would remain there.
Yeah. Would still be problematic there for you. Insurgent was able to navigate his stay in the left side corner. These 4 heavies are doing a lot of work.
But nothing to convert off of here. Dash M. There we go. The far heavy does connect, finish the job, and Dragalia takes that first round in game number 2 of the reset.
Battle 2.
All right, now that we're on the Narmaya, things are feeling a bit different. The Beatrix had some moments where it almost had something going, but, you know, the Narmaya is Dragalia's mainstay for a reason.
Yeah, so true. We had that comfortability pretty early on in the bracket with Dragalia on this Narmaya. And as I said earlier, it seemed like we were all trying to see who's going to take second place in this bracket, and Dragalia was working to take it all, but little did we know Insurgent was working in their own path to victory here.
Taking an alternate route, but through the loser side of things, just as valid. Insurgent continuing to play solid, forcing a guard cancel off from Dragalia as the health bars dwindle. The U grenade making it so difficult, but that flip, such a smart answer. Unfortunately, the following interaction not going his way.
Go PC out. Trying to go for a couple sets in this there. Let's get that neutral jump and Insurgent having to back off. Good roll. Are you kidding me? Taking away the far heavy with the connection here. Spot dodging the rat race. Still these stray hits coming from that far neutral spacing here. A couple 5Hs. Dash L. Full conversion for corner. Oh no! Called out the old startup there. Supposed to be the transient, not gonna work. Insurgent is 2-0 up in the reset.
This is so close to being a 6 straight for Insurgent. Had 3 versus the Beatrix. An extra, or 4 versus the Beatrix, excuse me. An extra 1 there versus the Narmaya. We're back to character select for what could be the final time tonight. We sticking with Narmaya? We saw the Versusia earlier. It might show its head.
Yeah, so we get back into this lobby here. Of course, this is a great showing from Insurgent on a character we almost never get to see. Like, there is literally only a couple Eustace players stateside.
Narmaya
One of them's in Japan.
versus Eustace.
Mhm.
Just having a good old time
Believe
out
in
there.
victory.
Hopefully you enjoy Japan, Blue.
Engage.
Insurgent has been on a tear as of late. You know, taking some victories out of Kirby's Dreamland and hanging out at Paragon Line, brackets. Trying to double check to see if we have like a TNS finish in first. I don't think that is the case. Has taken WASDs before.
Most certainly. TNS, a laudable accolade to add to the trophy cabinet. This is a good start to it. The reaction SBA gets the extra damage from the rat race. Not enough to make it lethal, but puts Dragalia in a horrible situation.
Oh my goodness. Of the TNSs that Insurgent has entered, the closest that we've gotten is second place.
And Zero, what a way to make it. Could be more impressive than looking down a potential 6-0 in grand finals for Insurgent.
See, we're certainly working on it here. Plus 50% life lead. Stuck in the corner with a spread shot. Full conversion. We can send the super here. That's why we sped for the Raging Strike.
Enough, not quite, but Dragalia on the verge of getting perfected here in this final round. The grenade will seal it out. 6-0 with the gold on top marks Insurgent's first TNS victory here tonight.